Hey. So I promised you this would happen. In June 2010, I was a year into wrestling with an estate in probate and had begun to dig hard enough to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I had a small amount of money to my name for the first time in my young adult life. I built 2 machines, one in green and one in blue. Green was a color I had moved to for a lot of things back then. My younger brother heard me mention offhand that I liked red and decided that he would need to take that. Everything he owned needed to be red after that point. He would scream and curse and cry if I intruded on his style. He demanded I build him a machine too. He wouldn't be paying for it, and he wanted it to be different from mine, and he listed a number of ways that he needed it to be that way. I didn't wind up complying. Why should I? Why would I? I researched the components of each of these machines meticulously. Future-proofing was the name of the game. I was never one for the disposable mindset. It was September when our pre-orders for Final Fantasy XIV went live. The witch, who was the recipient of the blue machine, and I were enamored with the beta. The world was robust. The systems that drove it were fascinating. It looked like it would stretch forever. We got collector's editions. I still have my adventurer's certificate somewhere. Nobody, not even God, knows where I put it, but it's here. We were ready for this kind of revival, having outgrown Final Fantasy XI some time ago. Too passive, too clunky, but fond memories all around. This new thing from an old name promised fond memories for our future selves. You, and I use that generally, not specifically, didn't agree. For you, it was too obtuse, too strange. Your machines were not compatible for one reason or another. It asked you to do things and think things you weren't prepared, able, willing, or wanting to do. I don't care about your reasons. I care about what came next. I care that you kept showing up. I care that you kept screaming. I care that under your guidance, I guess, I'm struggling not to call it slack-jawed muling and auto-fellatio. This thing I liked was rendered unrecognizable. I used to enter this world and set to work, which work is what it was. The framing device was that adventurer was my job, troubleshooting was my profession, and so the tools of my trade needed to be simple, practical. An iron cuirass. Nothing fancy, just a cuirass, a helmet, some gauntlets, some sabatons and greaves, a belt with all kinds of pockets and pouches for tools and trinkets. Within about 3-ish years from the start of my adventure in earnest, you had managed to convince yourselves that less options meant greater strategy. As we all know, checkers is a far more deeply strategic game than chess. A single set of predetermined abilities within strict archetypes and a single build-spend mechanic reskinned over 18 classes is far more cerebral and strategic than the ability to dip into a number of disciplines in order to cover gaps in an individual toolkit and fabricate sympathetic and symbiotic builds between you and people you are actually close to and want to spend time with. Who could argue such wonderful wisdom? It's all so clear. Within 3-ish years, you had managed to convince yourselves that flashier was better. It wasn't fantasy, if it could be believed, right? How do you even spell verisimilitude anyway? And can you call a game good if you can see it through the particle effects? Are we in an RPG if we are not dressed like a clown's imagining of evening wear? If the world isn't saved by some gormless 14-year-old fuck and or the power of friendship, have we told a story? Within 3-ish years, you decided you were the warmest, most welcoming, most friendly people on the planet. Constant condescension is just the most sincere form of friendliness, after all. Bizarre fixations on DPS parses being enforced game-wide is just some good old bonding. Clearing content steadily and without fuss is a grievous insult. Being unimpressed and uninterested in e-fucking strangers marks one as the genuine, unquestioned bottom of the social ladder. And true enough, You deserved these accolades, and you deserved to make these rules. You see, you would only use racial slurs in whispers, never in global. What tact? What restraint? And isn't a stream of actual months spent yammering non-stop about dick girls just precious and liberating? Only a monster could hate an environment like that. Only a devil could reject a community so bold, so brave, so beautiful, that they would earnestly and honestly post about how incest created genetically superior specimens of any species. You're right. I trespassed against you so terribly. How could I? I should have known better. Within 3-ish years, we finally reached an agreement. The only way to experience this thing you demanded was to get it done and over with as quickly as possible. You marked this, in your way, as a skill, a feather in your cap. For me, it was cauterizing the lacerations that your presence inflicted. I was there for the start of this. I showed up when the world looked like it might stretch forever. They're telling me that this is the end. Of what, I don't know. They won't kill this thing. They don't want to. Maybe it's the end of my involvement in it. I hope it is. I think you hope it is too. I hope after this we can just part ways, and I will move on to something else. We don't want to be near each other. You can stay here. Please stay here. You don't have to follow me. Let's get started. Yes, I did. The witch is asking if I made a decision as to what thing I'm going to go with, and of course I have. We're just waiting for it to, do its thing. And it will do its thing, eventually. The thing, I believe it's doing right now. Seems like it. Looks like it. Should sound like it. And there we are. So, some familiar faces. There we go. Proof of my claims, I guess. That I am from before. Before you, likely. For whatever that's worth. Some familiar names. You've seen them on the Monster Hunter playthrough if you've been hanging around for any length of time. He was the first. And now we wait in queue. And we wait, and we wait, and we wait. Now, I've already done the Shadowbringers content on my other character up there. We won't be going through it on this one either. I will just be picking up a skip from the mailbox, because doing it twice is just a non-starter, even though I do honestly think that Shadowbringers is probably the best of the expansion bunch. Heavensward is half good. Stormblood is fucking embarrassing. Shadowbringers was competent. I liked it just fine. There's problems with the interim, though. But that happens. Let's go outside. And of course it'll take me a bit to remember what these buttons do, but I will remember. It's ingrained fairly deeply. Open. This didn't used to be a place that you could go. You could see it from far away. Then again, everything also used to look entirely different. This world is in the same way that the gameplay, completely unrecognizable. They got rid of the old maps, which is fine. I'm not one of those people that's like, like WoW's Cataclysm, where, oh, they blew up my favorite spot. That's okay. I want the world to change. I want things to be different. What I didn't want is to have it replaced. And replaced is what happened here. About the only thing that remains the same about this whole rigmarole are some of the names and faces. And that's it. That's it. Hasn't been delivered yet. What a joy. So we get to experience that. I mean, it's just as well. I have things to drop off and get rid of and fuck around with. I do want to be looking my best, I guess, as I go through this and that and the other thing. Yes, that too. So, off we go to the market wards, I suppose. It'll catch up with us eventually. The worst thing that happens is I go outside and we get used to what these buttons do. Let's see if we have anything that strikes my fancy here. Good. Oh, the witch has decided that she's coming with. Sure. Oh, hang on. It's because I'm, quote, busy. It can't handle sending invites at the same time, no. That would be too much to ask. Okay, so now I would like to see things, and I would like to display gear, because I'm not entirely sure why it is that I wouldn't. Did you forget to include a barrel on this one, boys? You sure did. What even are guns, right? What are they? What could they be? What do we got here? No barrel on that one either. What do we got here? What? Oh, does it fold out? Yeah, of course it does. Of course it does. Well, we might be just sitting on what it is that we've got. What are we looking at here? That's rocks. Okay. That's rocks. We may be able to do better than this coat, though. We'll find out. Trash. Trash. That's ancillary trash from buying certain skips. Like I said, I've done this on my other character. I had mothballed this one. Largely because I thought a change in perspective would help me. You ever just kind of start trying shit? You know, in desperate attempts to reconcile some sort of dissonance way deep down within. It didn't work. Kind of like the dye channels on that coat. It didn't really. What do we got here? God, that's flowery. How does it... How... Nope. So nope. So nope. You can dye like a couple of things. It's mostly useless. What do we got here? That's... boy, that's a lot going on down there. It does have a pistol on it, though. That's kind of nice. I appreciate the pistol. How we doing on that dye preview? Yeah, why are my fucking underarms exposed? Why would you do that? Fucking A. Well, hey there, darling. She didn't want to be recorded for this farce, just in case that, you know, she wanted to play this in earnest. Once the stink gets on you, it's not coming out. You know how that is. She has just, shrilly announced that she just doesn't know how to respond when I say things. And there's not really a trick to it. Not that I think, anyway. Is this better or worse? It seems worse. This seems worse. Anything? No. No. I think that might be Yeah, I'm pretty sure I own that, and it's just a little bit too flowery up here with the ruffles and everything, and I don't know what this shit is around the waist. Then again, I don't know what the shit is around the waist here, but at the very least it protects both my shoulders. So that's something. Oh, your shit looks alright. Yeah, that's not bad. Even though the market board keeps clipping into my face. But so it goes. Sometimes things work and sometimes they don't, and usually it's just disappointing to look at. Like, what is this? What are these things that are dangling off me? Why do I have such sharp things pointed directly at my crotch? Where's the protection for my vitals? I mean, a coat makes sense. It's fucking cold here. You can see the character's breath through this helmet somehow. You know, this helmet. This one. But I don't know. I have a fuckload of tombstones. I capped these at some point that I don't remember. We're still waiting on that skip. Well, let's go somewhere that I can fuck around, which is going to mean zooming out until... There it is. Oh, it's just a button. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm used to the Elder Scrolls thing where I zoom out until I can see the other planes of existence and then I can go places. Unattuned. I suppose I'll still have to go through those spots, won't I? That's fine. I can unfuck that. Should I care to? Right seems fine. The witch apparently does not need to practice. She has bid farewell. Well, this is one of the Shadowbringers maps pre-story thing. You see the sky is kind of fucked, you know? You got these clouds. The sun never sets, and so everything is burnt. Yeah, so that's a ranged thing. Yeah, that'll increase. That's turning on tank stance, so, you know, sick. That's an AoE. Great. So that looks like it's the button that I would then mash to continue things. So this class, if memory serves, has a specific, yeah, mechanic where I load charges and spend them on those long combinations. Which is fine, I guess. Like, it's something, right? Oh, is this now automated? Yeah, it is. That looks like a buff, so that's the combo button. So there's a combo and then a regular discharge. Okay. We're getting there. We're remembering. And these also build charge, yes. But only the typical thing will add brutal shell, which is a heal and a shield. Which again is neat, I guess. Let's head on over to just the Crystarium for right now. Woo. And as I'm told, this sometimes takes a while. The intent is to do this with Isaac. If I have to just swap, then I have to just swap. It's not the biggest of concerns. Oh, hey, the witch has followed us. She's got a jellyfish. It's another nice coat. Really kicking ass on the coats over there. Yeah, it's good. Looks good. She's got a way better jacket than I do. Like, this is fine, but it's for lack of a better option. Let me head over here. Which will let us just start unlocking things, I guess, while we're still waiting for our bullshit to catch up to us. And catch up it will. So that'll be where it is we get that. This is what I'm after. As far as a weapon is concerned, it kind of works with the rest of the aesthetic that we've got going on. Plus, it has a barrel. So, you know, that's cool. Sure. Yeah, whatever. Just let me... Oh yeah, totally. Just speak with her. Yes. Grand. This is to unlock little... yeah. Kind of side hunts for a specific currency that is mostly for out-of-date end-game gear. Just a moment. There we go. Now we should be able to speak a little bit more clearly. That happens sometimes. It's those ever-present dust allergies. So now, we should have all of what it is that we need at our disposal. Oh, no, someone has something to say about that. What? But you're a Moogle. A Moogle named Nutsy. Sure. As you were disemboweled and depalmed. So ripped the thing off. Okay. Alright. So he's been encouraging his subordinates to kill him. Because... yes. Yeah, danger, are you sure this is wise? Do you get it? He's a violent Moogle. Yeah, of course it's ridiculous. Why wouldn't it be ridiculous? Apparently we're surprised by this. Goodbye. Goodbye. Alright, if you want to. Sure, I guess. We can now hunt whatever marks we please. Look at us go. They're now accessible. Yeah, I know. Thank you. The nuts board. Give me them nuts. 3 sacks of nuts. So, that's something that's available for kind of an additional supplemental leveling project. 3 nuts. Elite nuts. 100 sacks of nuts. And it's somewhere around here. Cool. I don't know if that one is soloable. We'll find out, I guess. I'd very much like my shit to be delivered. That would be neat. You know, it'd be pretty fucking cool. Just to, like, see it show up. That would be awesome. Take me there. So no. And so no. Is no it? Are we sure it's no? That's the last fucking bit, and some other things here and there. Well, let's go ahead and return and see how that works, you know? Because frankly, it doesn't really seem to be in a hurry. Let's make double sure of something. Let's just see about that skip. And... Uh-huh. Yeah. That's fine. I don't care. That's okay. That's alright. New game plus. Oh boy, there's a new game plus. Ooh, boy. Okay. And it can't be used unless if you have already completed, I believe, the end of Shadowbringers. That's fine. That's fine. So everything should be in order. It's just taking ages upon ages upon ages upon ages, which, as always, is charming. You know, I love it. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap on over to our backup plan. Maybe we'll rejoin this one, maybe we won't. It looks like that other perspective is something that is to be forced. Away we go. Well, there's 22 of them in queue now. I'd say it was poetic if I thought these people were capable of poetry. To say that you can't end as you began. You're just too far away. But this is not something they've done on purpose. This is due to their incompetence. And the conclusion drawn is, you know, a brain searching for meaning amidst a chaotic cosmos. So here we are. I got the magic stick. Don't ever tell me this. There's a toy chest, there's stuff. I don't think that there's anything that I can do with this appearance. I'm pretty sure that female characters in this game are basically cursed. Oh good, it can't be skipped. This is the guy that cuts your hair. He looks like he was forcibly fed through a cotton candy machine. What do we got here? Is it all just too pretty? Nothing that says, I live in the woods? Looking like it, right? Yeah, looking like it. Looking like it. Oh, this requires a copy of the modern aesthetician. Oh, I'm sorry, aesthetics. The aesthetician is the other dude. This is the guy that shows up for it. Yeah, it's just all fucking... God. Ugh. Alright. Now we're moving. Now we're cooking with gas. Trying to kind of see it from the side. Nothing. It doesn't. It frankly doesn't matter. It's fine. Who cares? Let's see what it is that we can, like, throw on as far as a helmet is concerned. Out the door. Yeah, out of it. Out of it. Well, it seems the witch is bound and determined. No, I'm not asking for you to leave. Yeah, there she is, doing a dance. As she does. Sure, here. No, I don't want to target. I just... Fucking A with this. Social. Friends. Invite. There you go. So you over here, you have things. Right? Yeah, you do. It's just, it's not anything worth looking at, I guess. Alright, yeah, fuck that. And... It's not Garrow gear, it's, I think it's just dealing spoils. Seems like it. Do I care for this? I guess it's okay. There's a breastplate under that, even though it's entirely too tight. What else am I gonna do with these? Why not? Yeah, take them. Who gives a shit? Goodbye. Do you have anything else to fucking show me there? Like no headpieces, none of that? Just kinda... Yeah. 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 Even your exchange system for your rewards is incomplete. So you see those hills over there? These are the hills that I was talking about. You used to be able to walk directly out of this city here, built on spires and all of that shit, jutting out of the water, like a series of lighthouses linked together by bridges, semi-permanent bridges they were at the time. Now they're a whole lot more ornate. You could walk right out and keep walking, and all the island was there for you to explore. It's not the case now, it's chopped up into loading screens. There's a very little sense of place, and a very little sense of value on any one particular thing. I'm told they like it this way. Do you have anything new or interesting? So no. Oh, is this... what thing am I here? Okay. Other city. Got it. What have I got in here? Orchestrion strolls. The things for the squad management that they dropped basically as soon as they started it. I suppose we could go shopping for a helmet. We have some cash to exchange on this character. Oh, there goes someone with a scythe. Because, once again, you people just can't help yourselves. I don't know why. You just do it. Hawker's Alley is where we're going. Yes, please. There's a non-zero contingent of the internet that is convinced that a scythe, a tool for harvesting wheat, could definitely be a super cool and super effective weapon if only you practiced with it. There's no amount of practice that's ever going to make it good. It's a piece of shit as far as weapons are concerned. You can kind of beat them straight and use them as a bad polearm, but that's all they are, a bad polearm. That helmet looks ridiculous. Do I have absolutely anything in here that isn't ridiculous? Doesn't look like it. It looks like it's all joke. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. We just roll without a headpiece displayed for right now. The next ship to sail is what we're doing. I wish I could find a better axe, too. They simply do not provide. Well... no, I'm not going there. Here we go. We're going to Charlayan, apparently. A place teased for a good long time. Some realm of scholars. Whatever. Look at them.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule, or so I'm told.
Great. When I met this guy, he was throwing knives at a Gubu. And, what the fuck is the place called anymore? Ul'dah. There it is. Thank you, Darwin. He was irritating then, he's only gotten worse. I see he fixed his eye, though.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
When I met her, it's when Leviathan was almost capsizing a boat that we were arriving to. She put up a shield and made some jellyfish float around us. Then she fucked off.
It's funny.
It's not.
Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one.
I came here on a ship like this one.
And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief.
Yeah, hindsight is 20/20, thanks, asshole. When I met him, he was wearing some bright red goggles and a robe. They may not have been bright red, I might be misremembering. But he spoke in this weird Shakespearean praise of some portents of doom. You could just find him in the woods.
Thou hast matured much in the intervening years.
He hasn't.
Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Don't remember that.
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
The twins are present on any entry you make into the world. They're sleeping on the carriage, basically.
Will this be your first visit to Charlayan, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Just don't talk to him. It's better if you keep quiet.
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I do. The witch is saying, do you remember when Estinian was cool? He has an arc that should have played out. If you're here, you probably know. He's sort of your antagonist through the Dragoon storyline. And then you fight him and you guys sort it out, and you agree that you can both be the cool Dragoon. Well, more that he can't stop you. His guiding characteristic was a kind of zeal for prosecuting, kind of, so specific kinds of dragon, but prosecuting this holy war that his civilization was involved in. The way that arc ends, if you are writing naturally, is that at the moment of truth, he dies for his beliefs. He shouldn't be standing here right now. It's a reticence to make deaths meaningful, impactful, sensible on the writer's parts. They had one not long before that. That was some lady with a side shave that showed up for all of maybe 4 or 5 quests and then died, and everyone agreed it was very sad. Everyone except me, when I went, who was that? Who was that? Well, rip whoever that was. Truth be told, I felt more, not even upset. I've seen people cry when it comes to this game's storyline. I don't know at what, but they do. When they killed the Guild Leaves guy, who used to run Camp Dragonhead, when Camp Dragonhead was one tent and a Guild Leaves merchant. I did look at that, you know, the anime beam of light sail through him and say, hey, that's my bread and butter. So it goes.
Merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
Whatever.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company.
What are these for? What could they possibly hold? What's with your little belly band?
Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
Sure.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
He doesn't like his title, haha. They're friends. And Tataru's here for some reason. Go back to the Waking Sands.
You seem positively distraught.
This is a guy that they thought I wouldn't understand if I didn't do the raids. I didn't do the raid. The witch did the raid. Here's my my summary of things I didn't even witness. I was doing literally anything else because go fuck yourselves. This guy, he's got a thing, okay? This lets him have radio operator access to the big fucking crystal tower, which is like an antenna between worlds. The end. How'd I do? Do you think that anyone could have put that the fuck together on their own?
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland.
Uh-huh.
It's just, we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world.
Sure are. But anyway, yeah, this character has received this skip as well.
And, once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
We're not friends, I don't really know you. I took one look at the content that I would have to clear between the main story quest of Shadowbringers, which I finished, and now, and went, no, that's okay. I made it about 6 minutes into the dialogue between characters before I went, just take my money and shut the fuck up. Yeah, no sense worrying about things we're powerless to change, idiot. You can be concerned, but fretting.
Hardly comforting.
I don't have to comfort you. I don't know you.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Why? What the fuck do you want?
Hori! Coulternay! What brings you all this way?
Yeah, characters we haven't spoken to for any length of time in ages.
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower.
Okay.
Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and
great.
promise that they'll look after things here until you return.
Sure, fine.
We will too, of course. Aye. We, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
Great. Sure.
Sail! All aboard for Sharlayan!
Okay.
It's time.
I guess.
Then we must delay no longer.
Well, then why are we delaying? 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 We're still doing it. We're doing it right now.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
Don't tell me how to live my life. I want out. Whatever. Yeah, get this thing moving. Good luck, clowns. I'd say you'd be in my thoughts, but you won't.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown.
It's always the unknown. Oh my god.
A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux.
That's every future.
In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice.
What?
That which lives is destined to die.
Given time.
Leads to loss.
Given time.
Every beginning has an end.
Given time.
Treasure every moment, every step of your descent.
I prefer the climb, thank you. Falling is easy. Now I'm in the water.
And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Depth is not an appropriate measure for that. Distance, maybe. Here we go. There, we're doing it. Uh-huh. And then... Here. Shh. Wonderful. And then... Cooperate. We're just waiting. There it is.
Here.
Oh, good, you're back.
Feel.
Uh-huh.
Think.
Yep, you've been saying this over and over again for fucking, like, 10 years now. 11. 11 years. God.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser.
What?
Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
Yeah, I know, that's how I found them. What? This one's giving me the stink eye. What? Good dialogue.
You say? I've heard nothing myself.
Lucky you.
In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good.
No, it's actually pretty hard on you, just in general. But okay. I mean, there's a reason that people who have been at sea for a long time look like they're made out of fucking leather, but sure. Sure, totes. I'm sure. Okay. Ma'am? I guess this is the planet, huh? Lady, what do I have to do to get you to shut the fuck up? I'm talking to you.
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad.
I guess.
Hear, feel, think.
I know. Walk free, believe.
Do we meet face to face at last? My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
Lady, I've just been following the quest chain. You don't know who you're talking to. Yeah, 'cause like, why would I trust you at this point?
You have visited the first. You have every right to say that.
Of course I do. What's with your giraffe neck?
You have gained an understanding of what I truly am.
Yeah.
What Eidolon has always been.
I mean, I guessed this in 1.0. When they, well, not 1.0, but when they introduced Ifrit and told us what primals were, and if this was a reveal to you, you haven't been paying attention. You should try engaging with the media that you claim to love. Maybe you would learn something about it, about yourself, about the way stories are told, and I don't know, it just kind of broaden your horizons and deepen your understanding of literally fucking anything in your life.
Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse.
Great.
Threatened the ancient world.
Uh-huh.
And I was brought forth to bind him.
Cool.
Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined ISHGARD to the god I had sundered.
You didn't do it hard enough.
The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield.
Okay, then what good are you?
Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid.
Speed it up then, lady.
Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past.
We're on a planet, not a star.
A conjunction has begun to form. An intertwining of your time and mine.
Yeah.
Wheels shudder and turn.
Uh-huh.
Conflict looms.
Sure.
Monumental.
I don't know that I would call it that.
Decide the fate of this world and all life upon it.
So Tuesdays, right?
When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable.
Oh yeah, breaking the limits.
Then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
You'll finish Final Fantasy Fortress, which sounded like a good game?
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlian's just over yonder.
So that's a no. That's a no?
I will not keep you further.
You better not.
Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land.
Oh, my heart wants for a whole lot of things.
We shall meet again.
Ugh.
And soon.
Don't fucking threaten me like that. I hope she stays gone. Close your mouth. Thank you. There is no way you don't wake up in pain after sleeping in that position.
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
I mean, more than a bit stiff.
And a good morning to you too. Taking a look at the island already?
No, 'cause it's an island. I'm sure I'll be like, cool, it's an island.
Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Push them off. Start with the white-haired boy. Smallest to largest.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen.
Fuck off.
There she is. Good old Sharlian.
Oh, I see it.
You got too many teeth, son. What's up with all your teeth? He won't answer me.
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes. But we'll manage on our own, if we must.
I guess.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you?
I mean, I'm ready to abandon them at the drop of a hat.
As Celestinian said, forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side. I prithee.
Why are you still wearing this? It's gotta be cold, man. Do you want a jacket or something? It's got such a deep plunge in the back. You gotta be fucking chilly. You look like you're going to a Halloween ball.
Disembarking into the heart of Sharlayan proper.
The witch says it's made out of wool. I don't fucking believe her. Not for a heartbeat.
There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
A lot of people think that when they go to college. What are your earrings attached to? Go back. Your ears are up here. What are these attached to? Are they in like spikes in your head? They don't look like they're in her hair. It's not like it's beads in her hair. They're where earrings would go on any other character model. So we just like, what, tapped him in with a hammer? It's the moon, though. Endwalker. Subtitle, Moon's Haunted Cox Axe. And then... Okay.
The solitary island nation of the Northern Sea.
We've introduced it 7 times now.
Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars...
It's not.
...hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets.
We tried to summon those, it didn't work. A dragon blew up the world anyway.
Sent foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands.
Uh-huh.
How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil.
It's true, they did turn tail and run away immediately.
So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
Well, I mean, cowardice is comfortable. Doubly so if you can couch it in some sort of moral standing.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next, then? Entry applications?
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
Kick me out. I'm gonna get us kicked out.
Hasn't Sharlayan all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Sharlayan only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries.
Uh-huh.
But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders. Especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge.
Are you telling me there are no farmers or ranchers here? No fishermen? Is that what you're about to say, Y'shtola?
If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
Sure.
May.
Yeah. It's a May issue kind of place.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed.
I guess.
The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlayan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions.
Alright, well in that case, what I'm here for is to party.
Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration.
Okay. And to party.
Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Why not?
Of course. The immigration officers were this way, as I recall. Shall we? Greetings.
This is not an office, this is a gazebo.
Eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahat here of the Students of Baldassian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
No. And then we have to get back on the boat. Ah, shit. Alright.
And its scheduled arrival for today.
Great. Seems like everything's in order. Can I go?
Some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Fucked up. I have queue priority. It says legacy right on my thing.
Ishtola rule.
Great. So you're admitting you're just wasting my time with this. And then the book glowed.
See how it glows?
Yes.
That list is etherically linked with the citizen registry kept in the main repository.
Yeah, I understood it was magic, thanks.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home.
Okay then. This is the first time we've had to go through customs.
We have here.
One time I went to, it was either China or Japan or both, some kind of Chaipan. It had a great wall and everything, but then also some rice fields that were terraced and some distinctly Japanese things like a samurai school. But like, you know, they didn't ask for anything at the border. I just kind of went there. And it was during a not even a civil war, just a straight up war that was cooking off. I just decided I'd had enough of that, so I went to Chaipan. And then we fucked around for a little bit there, and I fucked around in Mongolia for a little while. It was a pretty cool place. They had dragon men. And then I came back and no one gave a shit. There's no passports or nothing. They weren't even mad that I left in the middle of a war. They're cool with it.
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alizé Leveilleur.
Congratulations to you both.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that...
What?
The streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny.
Great, who cares? It's been 11 years, you can't still be fucked up about it.
Such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry. I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
I could make them worse. You give me any reason. No, you give me any reason. I'll make them worse.
These last two are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Stop holding your hands like that. You haven't get fucking arthritis. What?
Name and occupation?
Your mother. Adventurer by trade, artisan, champion of Eorzean. I'm gonna go with adventurer by trade. It is just my job.
An adventurer.
Fuck off, I have credentials.
That is considered a valid calling in your native Eorzea, and it does indeed match the profile provided. You may enter.
Eat the entirety of my ass.
And you, sir?
He's also your mother. We're going.
Estinian Valino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in ISHGARD.
Formally, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
I told you he's also your mother. Yep. Okay, great. He has no idea what his job is. I don't either. Just say bodyguard, jackass.
If you'll allow me...
Oh, good. Cat Ears is here. The one with the cat ears on her hood, yeah. Yes?
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Just say bodyguard.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning.
Is that your job?
Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
I wasn't aware that social council was part of customs' job. Aren't you the fucking immigration office?
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
Yeah, fuck off, Border Patrol. Abolish ICE, let's leave.
Croyle, it is good to see you.
Well, at least he pronounced it as an I. Ishtola's take on it was Crawl, which is the villain from Star Trek Beyond. Pretty sure. Pretty sure that was Idris Elba in Star Trek Beyond.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you all seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we?
Yeah, we had to tap weevils out of the hardtack that they served us to eat, but otherwise we're good.
Oh!
What? What?
Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
You had to stop me for that. Thanks.
You're mercenary. I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
He's really not all that taciturn these days. He's more smiley. I can't believe he doesn't know what his job is. Well, I'm here. Go on. Hooray. Out of one cutscene into another, I'm having fucking Xenosaga flashbacks, man. I'm dying here. I had thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. Are you? But this is Clementine and Estidian's first time in Sharlayan, and for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. Great. You must have places you wish to visit and people you're dying to see? No. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda so you all may have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings of the city, I guess. We can reconvene at the Baldesian Annex, another place that's bound to be abandoned the next patch cycle. Oh, a fine suggestion, says little Lord Fauntleroy. Can we? There's no particular place that her can call home. Great. Go reacquaint yourself. Useful gossip, he says. He's all business these days. Isn't he cool? I hope he drowns in a puddle. Yeah, we'll see you there, I guess. Flee. You too, get out. Uh-huh. Yeah, get out. As a guide or yours for the fuck no. Thank you. I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. Weird way to put it. He left. He already left. That's not his name. Raha is not his name. It's there's a G there. You have to say the whole thing. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. I like his boots. Honestly, his kit in general here seems like some comfortable adventuring stuff. I buy his stuff here more than anyone else's. I like them fan braces too. They need to close the rest of the way around, but they're not bad. Quest accepted. It's just right into another one. That's what this means. It's right into another one. Okay. More than content. Oh, good. Keep him at your side in order to proceed. Oh, boy. By entering a different area using the Aethernet or putting too much distance between you, you can also speak it as select the option. Oh, okay. Okay. Try speaking to Kryl. Sure. Then let's be on our way. The Last Stand. It's a cafe. That's a grim name for a cafe. On the far side of the harbor. Oh no! They found a way to make the "here's a new town, go talk to all the vendors" thing fucking worse. They're innovative in all the wrong ways. Horse chestnut weapons. Okay, sure. Are you not going to run? Okay. New item that the thing, the axe, yes. Yes, I got that. I'm pretty sure it's worse than the one that I have. So mine's 510, this is 515. It's better by 1. I'll take it, I guess. It really doesn't matter. Here you go. How's that look? Like shit. It's really not an improvement. Those are conversation points, and I don't want them. I have to go over here, right? This is the place I have to go. Now I'm here. The Last Stand. Our research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive. The average Charlayan tends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. So we're talking boiled chicken breast and fucking mushy broccoli, huh? We're talking some real suburban white people food. Where, like, is it nutritious? Yes, technically. Does it taste like anything? Fuck no, dude. Fuck no. And it's gonna be dry. It's bland. See? Nailed it. Nailed it. I'm prescient. Nailed it. We're gonna get a baked potato for dinner. 1. Singular. No toppings. Not even butter. Not salt and pepper, certainly. Not even butter. It's just a hot potato. That's what we're eating. There's the witch says straight from the microwave. We are pulling on her experience as a child. There was one pupil at the studium, however, who could stomach the school's insipid meals no longer. So he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. And so the Last Stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of fine dining in Charlayan, the one and only bastion of the culinary arts in an isle of otherwise mediocre fare. Here's the thing. Cooking is science, and it is a knowledge base. So how much knowledge are you assholes interested in if you won't admit that cooking things is science? Their burger. They've got a burger here. There's burgers. Oh, there's also smartphones and cars in this world. Never had the pleasure of eating one because you were a typical Charlayan when it came to cheap and convenient. Okay. The stairs to the side of the cafe will take us up to the Aetherite Plaza. Great. Great. Yeah, it looks... Boy, it's nothing but outdoor dining here. It never fucking rains, does it? Y'all don't have seasons or nothing. Once again, why make a world that's believable when you can just do whatever the fuck it is that comes to mind? It's creative, right? You know, to ignore details of things like, yeah, but how do they live? That's what creativity is. if you're thinking of quoting the MST3K intro, you're not applying that correctly. It's fine to not ask those questions with a comedy setup, but when you are told that there is a world and it is in danger, as we have been told point blank to our faces, with that idiot with the glowing blue eyes staring into the camera, well then I had goddamn well better believe that there's a world. Hey, nice headband. Yeah, I was seeing that. It also looks like it'd be handy, you know, like just keeping the sweat out of your eyes and stuff. Congratulations on Ponytail. You got there. This is the witch, by the way. This is her other character. Okay, so I've attuned myself to the Aetheryte. Looks nice, you know. You can... I'm not entirely sure why it is that they're all the one style in Eorzea. If you can just kind of do whatever. Because you can make them whatever shape you want. They'll even show up like naturally occurring, you know. Who fucking knows? I don't know. Yeah, an unusual shape. It's perfectly functioning, sure. I mean, the ones in fucking Chai Pangolia were also shaped different. I don't know why I would be. Whatever. Underlying principles of the Allegan Aetherites that allowed us to understand and reconstruct what is essentially a lost art, but other nations that didn't have any contact with you also did it on their own. Alright. Head to the Agora. Sure. The Agora. I don't know why they're doing this, because, like, there we go, I have a map. You know? What's the fucking point? What am I doing? Why are you wasting my time? Here we are. Tell me about the Agora, where you can find wares made in Charlayan, as well as a wide selection of imported goods. It's the market. Sell questionable prototypes from the various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died for the most part. Alright. Am I overselling it? The puns! Aren't they great? Do you ever want to just reach out to the people that wrote this and ask, is there a reason that you seem to have such contempt for the player's time and agency? To the Aetherite Plaza. I know I do. Full plate armoire, proprietor. What do you got? Is this what I'm wearing? This is what I'm wearing. So you have what I'm wearing is what you've got. And I turned and I walked away. You needed me to go where now? To do what now? Okay. You needed me to go over here. Hey, look, an eyesore. A big building. If this is a college, I got some bad feelings about that too. It's kind of a scam. You guys should open a trade school. Because, like, traditional academia is just, it's fucking wordy slap fights between peacocking idiots. That there is a sales pitch one must make in order to get studies funded rather than, you know, letting the work speak for itself and on its own merits is just insane to me. Here we are. Oh, nothing. I don't need to talk to you. I need to talk to her to progress this. The grand structure before you is the rostra. The name refers to the original public platform erected here upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. So it's a senate. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its members remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you? You're boring me. You're not boring him. He probably already knows this, but, like, you are boring me. I don't care about your senate. I'm not going to talk to your senators. From here, one can see the entire city spread out below. Put me in the mind of my arrival in the first. Those who gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of. What? It isn't. We will go and tour that. It isn't. A community, the Crystarium. I can almost see its echo. Feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the counselors would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. The tour must go on. Must it? So, keep that in mind, because I am going to fire directly back at that. It doesn't look alike. Do I have anything that I can just pitch? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can just get rid of these. And I can just get rid of these. Because I won't be going back there. Journey's End, it says. It fucking better be. History tells us this is where those who brushed ashore with Archon and Iron Crimp built the first homes. It's a residential district. You'll see the one mansion is clearly larger than its neighbors. It belongs to our friends from House Levuyer. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance for the time being. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh, son. I'm kicking in the door. Also, it's not just bigger than the others, it's the main fucking building. Are you not gonna let me? Yeah, of course not. Of course not. There's a thing to watch later about this. Of course not. Of course. Let me grab this while I'm here. So I can move around the city freely. And so that when it asks me to go to one of these places, I can pick the thing of this. Yeah, this Aethernet bit that is the closest. Okay. Yep, give that the old fucking magic suck. There it is. The power is mine. That's a... boy, okay. Baldesian Annex, please, it's right there. You see what I mean? You see, I can just get this over with. Ah, fuck! No, I can't. Oh, no. I cannot fucking believe this. They have deliberately made it so you can't save time. Are you sure? Are you fucking sure about this? Of all the fucked up, heinous bullshit you could do, you picked this? Once again, I want to know why it is the people that made this have such outright malice for the player's time. You know, that shit you don't get back? That stuff that once it's spent, it's just gone? What makes you think that you're entitled to it? To get this out of the way, where they explain to you what these buildings are, these buildings that you can't interact with in any meaningful way, in a culture that you're not ever going to get to understand because it's like 5 or 6 notes on a fucking napkin deep. No. You have to spend every possible second walking from place to place with these two assholes that within a month you'll forget exist. Well, This is the Baldesian Annex. If we continue up the hill, you'll arrive on the doorstep of the phenomenon. Full of ourselves, aren't we? But I think we've explored enough for one day. We can take you there another time. Inside with us, then. Am I still in cutscene hell? Oh, yup, I sure am. Here we are. A stuffy butler, right? That's what we got. And she's brought us with her. Yep, that's us. Here we are. Hello, it's nice to see you. Is that a cigarello or a pen? I've heard many a tale of your exploits. So? Ojika. Ojika Sunjika. Alright. That's a name. I guess it's not Pollard, so it passes some muster. Administration officer for the students of Baldesian. Oh. Okay. So he's like the registrar. I read the initial reports, the Eurekan Isles, which is, again, side content that didn't amount to anything. The Isle of Val served as our headquarters, of course, but we often had the occasion to visit Charlayan, whether to make use of the research facilities, conferences, procure supplies from distant shores, and the annex is built to provide lodging. Ever since former headquarters, along with the Isle of So Fantasy Annex, served a base of operation. You just said that. You're repeating yourself. You got fucking Mojo Jojo syndrome. You just said that. Alright, she's gonna rise again just like the American South, I guess. Seriously, can I go? What? Through the door on the left is the main hall where we can discuss our options moving forward. I'm in hell. Once everyone arrives, that is. Great. In the Andron, so please feel free to make yourself at home. The nap rooms. Perfect for an afternoon doze, says the cat man. Do you get it? He's a kitty. Fuck off, Garfield. I have to go now. I'll wait for you in the main hall. Sure. Sure. Goodbye. Great. Do you feel accomplished? Are we on an adventure yet? Main hall entrance. Speak with Kryl in the main hall. Open. What? What do you want now? Haven't you taken enough? What? Feeling refreshed and alert? No. No. I'm ready to start biting faces. Oh, good. Oh, good. Ah, good. Ah, fucking perfect. A third one. Yes. That's what I need. Cram that swizzle stick in my pee hole. I want to be dead. We're all delayed, bud. We're in this fucking impossible purgatory.
It's fine, Urianger. We're all here now.
Great. None of us has a watch either.
Then, shall we?
I mean, I guess I could check my smartphone.
Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroid's plans from coming to fruition.
Have we established why?
I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal.
Sure.
The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Charlian, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum.
Yeah, they're jacking it in the halls, I heard.
As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy.
Yeah, I know how representative democracy works.
The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Charlian focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it.
Okay.
And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois.
Galuf is a Final Fantasy thing. Do you recognize thing? Thing recognized. Yay for you, yay for us. That means it's good. You recognized it.
Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous.
Okay.
Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Alright. So we should consider this place lost.
Refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, it simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
Jacking it in the halls. We went over this already.
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it.
I mean, the future is going to depend once again on the power of friendship or some other stupid bullshit like that. We'll learn to love ourselves, and that's going to banish the darkness or whatever.
As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian.
Okay. Then what?
The organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth.
Uh-huh.
Compared to our more isolationist Sharlayan colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown.
I mean, discovery is a core part of science, so I don't know what it is the rest of them are doing.
In question comes from one such acquaintance.
We leaving already?
An academic residing in distant Favner.
So good. I'm glad we took this pit stop on the other ass end of the fucking globe.
Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
Great.
In response to this,
thanks for the react.
Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
We could probably blow it up. Crystal tends to be rigid.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts.
Okay.
It's possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
I mean, this kind of reads as racist. Like, they might know something just because they approached it from a different perspective, not because it was unattainable by anyone else. It just...
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind.
Okay.
So it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Alright then.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice.
I just got here.
But the investigation in Sharlayan is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnarian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yeah, I guess back on the boat.
Yes, it is quite the quandary.
It's not.
Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one.
Yeah.
Our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
Okay, cool. So acknowledging that you do this all the time doesn't mean that you get away with it. If you know that this is a problem with your writing and the way you set things up, stop fucking doing it. Yeah, okay, we're all gung-ho. Let's leave.
You are indeed our champion.
I don't have a choice.
First, we will defer to your decision.
Uh-huh.
Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned.
You can all die in a fire and I'll just go do it.
As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlayan.
Lady, I have given you my assignment.
Of an Archon or two.
Yeah, sure. Take them. Take all of them.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Just take all of them.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
You're the only one that I would rather not lose, but okay. Don't stick me with the twins.
Alize and I would also like to help.
Thank God. Just keep them.
Any anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Kill him in his sleep like any other noble would, it's fine.
Of course.
The more the merrier.
Yeah, keep all of them then.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavner.
Oh, fuck's sake, you're gonna make me take this kid?
Thoughts? Objections?
Several. I've been voicing them the whole time. I want you gone.
I passed through Thavner on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did get
oh fuck.
Where things lie.
Oh fuck. Are you gonna give me another tour of another city?
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
This is my least favorite group.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request.
Uh-huh. And then?
Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
Sure. Yeah, great react. Yeah, oh, the nodding. Everyone nod. A reward. The quest is complete. Grand. You take 'em both, says the witch. It has come over Charlene, but together we will divine the underlying cause for the Forum's callousness. Yeah, God has hardened Pharaoh's heart, and we gotta know why. It's because God's a dick. That's why. What's the moral of that story? He was hungry for blood and horny for infant murder. And so, plagues upon Egypt. There you have it. At any point in time, he could have said, oh, is that Lassie? Hell yeah, dude. The Witch and I tend to prefer Mango Lassie, but I don't know what Amra is. I'm willing to try it. Lassie's delicious. The confluence, thou sayest. I do sayest. Oh, he sayest, I guess. Afraid so. Are we pretending we don't know? Can we pretend we don't know them? The hunt for Iceheart, unto whose sanctuary we delivered the owing to the knowledge of our comrade Mon Breda. This is Sideshave, who died. I don't remember her being helpful. Was an authority on aetherology, was she? Was she? I don't remember anything other than the side shave and that she fucking beefed it. And that's it. Both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the confluence. So, haven't you gone to see them? No. Good job. Great work. My courage failed me at the last, so you just didn't. Don't try to make it sound dramatic. You had a job to do, and then you fucking didn't do it. As it hath the many times I thought to reach out to them after sending that faithful letter. Okay. Neither time nor introspection have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus have I kept my silence. I can make sure that you keep your silence forever. Also, what triple cross are you gonna pull this time that's completely unnecessary? Because that's a thing for you, and I don't know why we ask you to come along on fucking anything anymore. Whether you come with us or no is your choice and yours alone. I'd rather he not. If it's too difficult, we'll manage. It's got nothing to do with difficulty. He's a liability. Oh, thou art kind to say so, but I have no intention of forsaking our cause. Please forsake our cause. I shall go to the confluence, and I shall face that which hath long been overdue. Why didn't you do it earlier? And save me the trouble. Do your abs go all the way up to your pecs, sir? It's settled, then let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named... I'm going to say that's Kite. Otherwise, it's Kitty. And if they say kitty out loud in like giving someone a name, you know, naming a person in conversation using their fucking proper name, I'm just, that's it. The witch wants to say, what about Kitty Pride? I don't think Kitty is her name. I'm pretty sure it was Catherine, and she went by Kitty as a nickname. Well, I'm out here now. It's snowing, I guess. This is what they say snow is. So, there's hitting the books. And then there's for Thavner Bound. For Thavner Bound is closer, I guess. I don't. I guess. It's gotta be another fucking cutscene. I feel it coming. Well, it's a kite kit, maybe? Well, now this is rather a lot of stern faces. Are my library books overdue again? This guy's just like, have you seen this fucking rock? Yes. Yes, of course, this rock. Ah! Look how it catches the light. Look how it twinkles. Not to our knowledge, we're associates of Kryl, of the students of Baldesian. We seek passage to Thavner and understand you can assist us. You better. The test subjects. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, oh, it's zany science time. Allow me to explain. Make it quick. To an aetherite, you ordinarily need to be attuned to it, yep. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you're a mess of aether hurtling along the life stream. Yeah, transporter problems, right? You gotta get that annular confinement beam so tight. An inconvenient but incontrovertible limitation of aetherite teleportation. But what if I were to tell you that there's a way to travel to an aetherite without being attuned to it? Yeah, it's called walking. A way to teleport instantly to places you've never been. For long years, we've labored to make such travel possible that people might move about more freely and be all places at all times like God himself. And we've finally done it. We've created a new kind of aetherite that doesn't require attunement. Well, that changes everything. It sure does. Well, my language may have been a bit misleading. The user need not attune to these aetherites, but the aetherites themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. Ah. Ugh. So you lied. But it just so happens that our first test pair of aetherites, one has been installed here in Charlotte and the other over at Yedlamad. I'm going to say that's Yedlamad, a port town in Thavner. Our nation has long maintained strong ties with Radzat Han, and indeed, we owe much of this breakthrough to the contributions of their alchemists. We're to test these. How fortuitous for you. I should mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel aether. Will this be a problem? God, I hope so. Not at all. Fuck. As a matter of fact, you might say these aetherites were made for people like your good self. The magics imbued within will whisk you away without any effort on your part. A veritable dream come true, and far be it for me to worry about such things, but do we have permission to make use of this? The only permission required is yours, so assuming you're willing, we're all set. We struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the life stream, in the statistically unlikely event that something goes awry. I mean, that's a risk when we use these at all, right? Mistress Kryl truly knows how to pick 'em. Thumbs up, nod. Oh, it's so wacky. Our master Wilfson and Mistress Bloeda, not present today. They've recently resigned their posts. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. Helmed by the Forum itself, as I understand, but I'm not privy to the details. Great. I see. Any other questions? Absolutely not. Let's just do this. Absolutely not. Wait at Aetherite Plaza and Old Charlene. Okay. To the waiting zone. Hang on a second. I would like to note something real quick. What's my count at? It's an hour and 45 minutes. And, the goddamn game ain't started. You see, the problem is the fucking game ain't started yet. The witch says she's a little bit bored. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking... Oh my god, it's another one. Nice looking crystal. Like, it looks neat.
Right.
We're all set. Oh, you sound like that, do you?
Just the 4 of you, was it?
Oi, mister, you me dad.
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnir.
Well, then you can just cast the teleport thing and I can hijack yours and, like, fucking tag along that way. We do it all the time. What are we fucking around with this for?
Oh. I would have preferred more test subjects. Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please?
Yeah, I guess. Just do it. 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 Maybe it'll kill me. Do it.
Yes, right there is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether.
Yep. 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 There it goes, is her fucking key fob. I don't want to get stuck in the fucking transport buffer. What?
You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
I'm going to fucking produce some violence. That's what's going to happen here. He's gone. He's dead. Good. He's molecules. We're safe now. Wasn't that a fun interaction? Can I? Uh-huh. This was necessary, by the way. This is necessary. I'm glad the map is so low res.
Thavnir, home to city-state Rads at Han.
I like the colors.
Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between 2 peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy.
Oh my god. Or alloying metal.
As a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay. For a time.
Uh-huh. Well, we did it. I'm good to go.
This vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have? What chance?
Good, he's dead. No, I agree, this was stupid. We should have just... We should have just used your teleport. Very pretty colors, though. That's still happening. Ow, my brain.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish.
Okay.
Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
Sure, why not?
There was a note with Kryle's instructions.
Thanks for mentioning this now.
Don't let a Stinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
That's it, huh? This is all such a waste of time. But given your condition, will you be able to reach Estinian in time? Do I have to? Like, fucking must I? Let's just... Alright then. Can I? Let me see this. Yeah, great. How the fuck do I set my things? Let's hide the log window. There's got to be a way to set, because that's the log settings. That's not it. What does what? Here. Fucking... I'll figure it out later. Anyway. I freed myself from the ground. Great. Oh, he's over there. Cool. And now I'll wait. And now I can move again. Oh no, I've been slowed. We're gonna keep doing this, are we? Made with only the finest and freshest ingredients. 19,800 gil. For Lassie. Okay, well, we have to emote at him. There, we've done it. There's an elephant man. Yes. Can he just not do math? Or, like, what's his problem? Is his brain busted? Bye. Are you gonna tell me that I'm not allowed to walk around again? Okay. Here... My heartfelt thanks to thee, and assiduity to the fine fruits of this land. You were in time? Yeah. Yeah, thank you. May I? May I yet? No? Okay then. That Lassie truly worked wonders. It frequently does. It's good shit, man. Oh my god, he tied his hair back. The witch is huffing a sigh because she doesn't have that exact hairstyle available. Yeah, she's very unhappy. And how much did it cost? Let's not get racist. Are all Honish merchants so unscrupulous? Fucked up. Doesn't it seem excessive? Like, merchants will try this all over the place. Thrived as a hub of commerce. Arcus Sadara, a Matanga tribe indigenous to this island. I'm going to guess that's them. They came to be joined by other races, and their intermingling culture is rich and blah blah blah. Alchemy to textiles. Yeah, they're a real melting pot. The trading power of Ratzat Han, yet such a status cannot be taken for granted. Nay, it must needs be maintained through judicious governance and stringent regulation. Yeah, that oversight is weakened and capitalism is run unchecked. Is that what we're fixing here? That would be nice. Prudent and practical. Okay. I guess we'll make up for it. Goodbye. The witch is very unhappy about this ponytail development. Okay. Like, what you got is pretty similar. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm looking at it. The witch is talking about how high the character's forehead is. It's just the model, you know. They just did their job this way instead of, I don't know, good. I like them boats. Those are neat boats. A crate of fruit. I'm just going to put my fingers in it. On the verge of spoiling, as if they've been left too long. Yeah. We're a rare sight. Okay, good. Yeah, they're nice boats. So, like, I can rename this tab. That's good. Log details? It's not there. Yeah, log filters. There we go. There we are. That should do it. That should do it. Hush. Okay, now I have to go to the pier. And go, ah fuck, it's a pier. This is a long survey. Why? Spy boats moored at the nearby isles, I sure do. Appears to be very little activity. Yeah, compared to other ports we've visited, there's little activity. No, not really. It's about as static as everything the fuck else. Once again, you are a video game. Maybe try showing, not telling. Ginalil. Recording their sales. Okay. Business has been terrible. Sure. It seems that commerce has ground to a halt. Alright, fun jump. The witch has assured me that yes, in fact, it was. Alright, I'm here. Wise business, bad. Again, nice colors. It is a bit much, but I'm talking about the individual hues themselves. They're very rich hues. Brave of you to go ahead and try it. The Dalmaskins aren't coming. Yeah, they incorporated Dalmasca into this, and I'm not sure how it is. They figure they can get away with it. If you've played anything from any of the games set in Ivalice, and you think that this is anywhere near on par, you fucking delusional. It's just, that's how it is. You have no idea what it is that you're saying. Final Fantasy Tactics is probably the best out of this entire franchise. The plans have changed. Empire's at war with itself, and then there's a tower. City has its defenses. This will be an enormous loss, says the Ferengi. Fresh produce, handicrafts, medicines, all the perennial Hainish favorites. Yeah, quality is guaranteed. Yeah, there's nothing. No one's coming in. And I am eavesdropping. A merchant? No, I'm not a merchant. Clearly not. Excuse me, what? Matsia. Okay. Well, there he is, get him. No. Get in here. Become a problem. Alright. He doesn't want to take my advice. Seems like a nice kid, though. Oh, we're gonna go talk to him. Well? Well? I might be able to help you. Yeah, it was like 5 seconds ago. He remembers seeing us. A fisherman. Okay, great. Who offers it to foreign merchants, but he hasn't bought anything for a while. Came word and came to see him. He's a hard-working man, and I dare not disturb him. That's very nice of you. Let's go be a problem. What is it I do? Mostly murder, if I'm being honest. You travel the world helping people. Well? Kinda. You're great at dealing with strangers. Kinda. Won't you teach me to be like you? I can teach you to be a problem, yes. I've only ever dealt with Kazal, and I can't talk to customers without getting his trunk in a twist. Yeah, sure, man. I'm happy to help this guy out. Finally! Great. You can't skip this. Yeah, that's fine. Keep him at our side. Alrighty. Huh? The witches mentioned that she is beginning to love the cows. This is a tradition of ours, where we refer to a sense of extreme, like, soul-dulling boredom as being expressed most adequately by, I Love the Cows, I believe is the title. Let me go ahead and double check that. I wouldn't want to steer you wrong, and also it means I don't have to do this for a second. The witch is now, laughing about the steer pun. Let's see. I'm sorry, it's simply titled The Cow Song by the Mountain Goats. And if you put this song on repeat, the drone of it, I think, will make you understand where it is we're at, emotionally, spiritually, at this particular point in time. Hey, guy, buy these fish, or I'm gonna fucking punch you in the kidney. How about that? Nice pompadour, dickhead. How are you doing? He's well enough given the circumstance. Utter chaos, everyone grabbing whatever they could. Had to come back to continue with his life. Well, it's no place like home, but don't do anything dangerous, friend. Alright. To the days where you could earn as much as you gave and tuck into a meal satisfied that you did good work. Oh, speaking of meals, how about some fish? Yeah, fresh fish. Fucking get it. When you bait me like that, oh god, they're all doing it. How can I not bite? Very well, give me some of your fish. See, all I did was talk to him like he's a human being. It's not that hard, dude. You ain't gotta do the catch of the day is Shallow's cod. Delectable, stewed in coconut milk or baked with a sprinkle of salt. Dude knows what he's talking about. You succeeded in making a sale. Well, I mean, it's because the sale was secondary. Like, you talk to him a little bit. This is a person. It's fine. That's all. If you come in with a hard sell, you're an intruder. And there's no such thing as mind control. You just offer it, and if they want it, then they'll buy it. And if they don't want it, don't be weird. You can't make these things happen, Matsuya, you know? That's all. There's no way to force it. And like I said, you're a nice kid, so, like, just be a nice kid. That's it. That's it. Say, hey, how you doing? How's things? Talk to him a little bit. And you can't offer him much, but you can offer him fish at a reasonable price. Hey. A hawker, are you? Do you sell fruit? Some Amra, let's say a dozen. They don't need to be of export quality. What do you need Amra for? Eating. I go through that much in no time at all. Stock taker by trade, but with no vessels. The wares are beginning to pile up. Nothing is coming from overseas, but not a day goes by that someone doesn't come asking when the next shipment is arriving for this and that. All of it wears me down, and feel yourself eating, feeling constantly. Are you sure you're actually hungry? Yeah, exactly. It seems like you're eating your feelings, and that's not good. Unfulfilled. And I try to fill the void by gorging on food I like. Yeah. Well, do you like fish? I do like fish. Why do you ask? I feel bad about this. Sardines and a spicy soup. Well, what do you got, bud? Recommend them pickled in oil with a generous amount of chilies. This dude is just recommending fish recipes to the witch at this point. I didn't have a fish in mind at first, but I dare say I'll enjoy these. Thank you. Please don't eat your feelings. We made a sale. Okay. Well. I mean, I'm trying to stick to the assignment so I can get this over with. I hope I'm teaching you to just be a decent person and not to manipulate people. I don't want you taking the wrong thing from this, but I don't have the best track record in teaching impressionable people stuff. One time one of them melted into a snake, and I did teach a little glow child whose city I nuked about murder, but also about pants, so that one's a 50-50. Bazama. If you don't mind, I'm rather busy. My stomach, blurg, okay. Did you shit yourself? Aether sickness, no, nothing so unusual. In a hurry to get back to my work, I just ate a little too quickly. Oh, I get hiccups when I do that. Yeah, you should take it easy. Eat slowly, savor your food. Otherwise you get hiccups, man. Would that I could, but I can't afford to be idle. Like as not, circumstances will surely get worse before they get better. So I'm working as hard as I can while I still can, the better to be prepared. And how do you intend to prepare? Stockpiling supplies. Oh, he's a doomsday prepper. Okay. Medicine and what have you. Well, how about some fish for your supplies? I'd rather buy stuff that's ready to store. Well, alrighty. Yeah, we did manage to build something of a relationship. We did it. Does that mean I didn't have to manipulate that lady into eating her feelings with fish instead of fruits? I mean... Oh, the witch says you can fail all 3 of them. Oops. Oops-a-daisy. Well, you know. Oh, she's offering how she's discovered this. Is it because that's what happened? Okay. That's what happened. So am I. I just talked to these people, that's it. Did you forget to mention the fish? Is that what happened? Okay then. She's at it again, y'all. She's at it again. I'm glad we got that lassie, though. Well, here we are. What'd you learn, bud? And yeah, that guy will buy fish from you later. Yeah, you're welcome. You managed to sell 2 of the 3 people you approached. Do indeed have great conversational skill. Okay. I hope to one day peddle as well as you. Oh, bud. Life isn't all about that. Just, like, help out around here. These people need you. You provide food. Walk with that kind of confidence, my friend. You're doing something good. I hope that things will return to normal for Khalzal soon. Look at you, concerned about others. Who should it be but Matsuya? Are you gonna make trouble for my new friend? Because that would be unwise. That's how people lose their fucking knees. So you were there too. Yeah, he was. Can't find any buyers. At this rate, we're all out of business. You must peddle your own goods. It's okay. Of course you can. I can barely help myself. Uh-huh. Bye. I'm sure I'll manage. You'll be fine. Please take care on the road. Will do. You too, bud. Finally, I've helped someone. Uh-huh. What's our timer at here? Cool. It's I'm gonna turn this in and we'll have finished our first one without actually doing anything. I see you've been busy. Managed to learn a tidbit or two, I trust? Yeah, I did. The economy is dead. See, the apocalypse that killed the economy. Oh shit, the economy, they said. We didn't know how right they were. Yeah, tempered Imperial soldiers, who cares? Uh-huh. That's fine. I mean, even if they weren't, we just fucking cut them down. And this is right where it is that I'm going to leave this. Oh. Oh god, does this do that too? No, okay, good. That's a skin that you have then. No, it's the weapon they gave you, is it? Yeah, mine doesn't do that. Yeah, this is it. You're looking at it. You're in the game. Yeah, this is it. That's the other one. Yeah, no, that's the thing. Okay. Good. Mine doesn't. What is that even? No, I really don't. I'm good. I'm good. That's okay. That's all right. I'm glad they put this fucking force field around me so that it doesn't. We don't have to, you know, deal with that. Never mind. It's gone. It's over. The dream is dead. We'll go where we go. So, God. I don't think Rough Start even comes close. It's, basically about 2 hours of torture, and then I got to help one guy. who I like well enough, but I mean, I'll see him around. That's about it. And I think that's probably the warmest feeling that this is going to engender. We'll see how correct that is. I hope I'm wrong. But in a lot of ways it would also be easier if I'm not. It all remains to be seen. You know, I can yammer on about how futures are unknown and all that shit, but like, of course they are. Of course they are. The only way to know is if you've already been there. And, well, I've been to a lot of shores, but tomorrow, it's not one that anyone's gonna reach ahead. Anyway, I'll leave you to wander alone for a bit. See ya.